Good morning. This is the Breville Barista Express BES870 in black. I'm sure you've seen the photos, but it's pretty much in excellent condition. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Very clean all around, close to new. No dents, no scratches, no rusts. The only sort of damage that I can see is some sort of scuffing here around the cup area. Obviously that's from getting the cup in and out. That would happen over time. And that's pretty much it. And functionally it's as new. I've just given it the descale and the back flush. And I've cleaned the grinder and adjusted it, so it's pretty much ready to go. The machine usually takes about a minute to warm up. It's already warmed up now. But to warm it up some more, what I like to do is a blank shot, so just run a double shot of water without any coffee in the handle. This will warm up the machine on the inside a little bit more. It'll also warm up my handle and my cup. So let's give that a shot. There we go. You can do this once or twice, up to you really. I think twice would be a bit better than once, but once is sort of sufficient. Let's do it again. You can also, by the way, you can also warm up your cups by running the hot water spout. So that's that. Now that the handle is hot, the machine is hot, the cup is hot, it's pretty much ready for an espresso. The hot water spout right here, you can use this for Americanos. So long blacks. You can also use it to brew tea. You can use it to warm up cups. So if you fill like a cup full with hot water, that will warm it up very well. You can also use the hot, sort of the warming tray here if you keep your machine on for hours. But this is a quicker way to warm up your cup. I also like to add sugar to my cup, or sometimes syrups and honey. So what I do is I fill it up to here with water, keep the cup warm, and then I will leave some water when just before I add my espresso. That's when I add my sugar and sort of mix it up before the espresso. Just like that. Cool beans. Alright, I will take the portafilter out. I'll dry it. This is very important. Dry it before you start grinding. You can either do the milk first or do the espresso first. I think it's a bit better to do the milk first because if you do the espresso first, the espresso will cool down, whereas the milk would stay hot for longer, if that makes sense. So I've got my milk here. This is the milk, my personal milk jug, but your personal milk jug is here. It's in very good condition, obviously. And here's your accessory tray, baskets, cleaning tools, spare water filter, and the razor tool, and the manual as well. To turn on the steam wand, obviously turn on this dial and wait about 15 seconds. If you give it a few seconds more, it will also build up pressure some more. So the technique that I'm going to use is when you get the wand, when you get the steam start coming out of the wand, I'll turn it off And I'll quickly put the steam wand sort of close to the surface of the milk at an angle, like that. And I'll try to create a vortex. And I'll pretty much hold that position for maybe 20 seconds. And I'll listen to this sound. I'll try to create a hissing sound. That's how I know I'm injecting air for a latte. Here's how I do it. Give it some time. That's very strong. So I'll turn it off. So, 13, 14. Yeah, that's about 20 seconds, and then now I'm gonna lift my jug, and now I'm still creating a vortex, but I'm not injecting any more air, I'm only heating up the milk. And I'll stop it when I can't touch the milk for too long. So, when I can't put my fingers on it. So, sort of there. When I can't touch it for more than, half a second or so. That's about 60 degrees, when you can't do that. Also very important, purge it out to get out the milk from the inside. And get a wet towel straight away, wipe it off. Just like that. I recommend wiping it as soon as you can after steaming the milk. Otherwise it will stick to it. And it'll be difficult to remove later, so wipe it and clean it straight away. And don't forget to purge, because if you don't purge, it will block the insides. We've already done that. Here's my milk ready to go. I'm gonna quickly do the espresso. The handle is now fully warmed up, as we said. I'll dry it. You can use a scale to sort of dose. But in this instance, I'll just do it for you. I'll show you how I do it. The setting size, the grind size here setting is at number 4. Number 1 being the finest. There's also an internal adjustment that you can do in the future, but you don't need to. At the moment, it's at number 4, and that's more than capable enough to get a good espresso shot. You want, for a single shot, you want about 9 grams of ground coffee. For a double shot, you want about 18 grams. This dial dictates the amount that goes in, and I'll tell you what I do. You can choose single or double, so double will grind double the amount. I like to do the single twice because I can sort of tamp it halfway and prevent a mess. So that's my first time. Press it down. Let's see how much that gives us. That's about 8.5, so I'll add a bit later, a bit more. So maybe around 3 o'clock would be perfect for a single shot. 3 o'clock is usually the setting that I use. There we go. I'm going to take out the tamper and I'm going to press it down. Press it up firmly and try to keep it flat and even all around. And then twist it to sort of polish. Yeah. You can also buy all sort of tools to help you do this. Clean the rims before you put it in. That's about 17 grams. I could add a little bit more, but I think it's good enough. Yeah, it's good enough. You can do up to 18 grams. Turn it. It should be a little bit firm when you turn it, but not too tight. If it's too tight, then that's shouldn't have done that. Sorry about that. I was gonna say that a good rule of thumb, if you don't have a scale, is when you grind, your tamper should go as deep as the silver part. So just like that. After you grind and tamper and press it down, your grinder should only go as deep as this part. If it goes way too down, then that's too little coffee. If it stays up here after you press it, that's too much coffee. I shouldn't have taken it out because now it's ruined. I guess I'll do it again, that's fine. Maybe I'll actually put it at setting size number 3. See what that gives me. Or number 2. Yeah, number 2 looks good to me. I think number 2 to 3 is pretty good. Let's not make this video very long. Cool. Let's see what. Cool. So. My first dose. Let's see what that is. It's about. Whoops. It's about 8.5. I'm gonna add a little bit more. So press it down firmly. Cool. I'm gonna take out the tamper again. This usually doesn't take long. The more you do it, obviously, the quicker you are at it. Press it down, polish it up. That's what it looks like. Very clean, very nice. And clean the edges. Let's see, that should be about 18. 17.5. Yeah, that's good. If you keep it at the 4 o'clock position and grind, it'll give you about 9 grams. Or if you do it twice, it's 18 grams. So this is a very good position. Keep it there. So grind size number 2, setting at 4 o'clock. That's a good range. Cool. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to create the right amount of coffee and the right fineness or grind size, so that when I do the coffee, the pressure should be around 12 o'clock. So up here, at around 12 o'clock, maybe at 1 o'clock. So 11 to 1 o'clock is sort of the best range that I noticed. A little bit more is okay, a little bit less is okay, but if it's way too low, then that's not going to give you the best taste. So for the best taste and the best crema and the flavors, I've seen that 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock on the pressure gauge is best. So let's give that a shot. Again, when I put the handle, it shouldn't be very tight. And when I tamp down, I don't know if you saw that, when I tamp down, the tamp only went as deep as the silver part. So I'll demonstrate what that looks like, just like that. When I press down, just like that. Anyhow, let's not waste any more time and do the shot. So it was a bit firm when I put it in, which is good. Here's my cup. I'm going to dump out all the hot water. And I can add any sugar at this stage. Hot water spout. Just a little bit. Mix it up with a spoon, and now it's ready. I'm going to program the double shot button for you, just to show you how it's done. So my scale here, you don't need a scale, not for the shots or for the grinder. I'm just doing it to sort of be consistent. You can very much get a good coffee without a scale. So I'll press the program button, and then I'll press double shot, because I want to program the double shot, the double cup. But, and after that I'm going to press it again when it's done dispensing the amount of coffee that I'm happy with. So I'll keep looking at the amount dispensed, and when it's sort of roughly 40 milliliters, I'll press it again. Keep an eye on the pressure gauge, it'll tell you if you've ground and dosed correctly. So that's a bit low. It's good. That was a bit close to 11 o'clock actually. I wanted it to be around 10 o'clock. The way I can adjust that is if I bring down the grind size a little bit and I bring up the dose a little bit. I'm pretty sure if I do it again, it'll be closer to 12 o'clock, because the first time around was a little bit too little coffee. But if I dosed 18 grams, it'll be a bit better. Yeah, the machine has no issues pulling pressure, because if I use the cleaning disc, just to sort of demonstrate that the machine can go full pressure. Let me just clean this. Add a little bit more. So yeah, the machine has no issues pulling full pressure. There we go. Can very much go to 2 o'clock actually with no problems. But I recommend for a good coffee, stay around 11 to 1. Don't go higher or below. 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Cool, so that's that. Hope you enjoy the machine. My milk has gotten a bit cold now after the demo. Let me see. So that's my shot. I don't know if you can see that. It still has some crema. And it's about, yeah, about 50, so it's a bit too much. That's fine. It's a bit flexible, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be to the dot. Okay. Swirl around your milk before pouring it, and sort of knock it down if there are any bubbles. It's a beautiful latte. You can actually do latte art on this machine as well, if you had the patience. Yeah, so this video has been around 19 minutes. That's a lot of time. But yeah, here's the espresso that I made, and I hope you enjoy this machine. I will see you very soon. Cheers.